Let's begin with you. The Congress party says that Rahul Gandhi has merely criticized the Prime Minister and the work that his government has done. To equate it with national pride and honor is a political manipulation of sort that the BJP is doing.
Look, first of all, at a time when there is Bharat ki badat and Bharat ki badai ki baat means that Morgan Stanley to Joe Biden 7.2% GDP growth rate, this is the narrative about India. You have a Bharat Badnami Brigade poster boy Rahul Gandhi who's a serial offender. And what has he said? I'm quoting verbatim. All instruments of doing politics in this country are controlled by BJP RSS. Then how you won Himachal, Karnataka? Agencies are being misused. 14 parties went to the courts as the Supreme Court not reliable. Then thirdly, today he has said that I could not believe I was disqualified. Did the BJP disqualify him? It was the court of law and the High Court has not given him relief, and forget everything else. He says that the new parliament is a distraction. Sengal, whose history has been confirmed by DMK government document, is a distraction, and the Dandavat Pranam has also not been spared by him. That also is equal to lying down. Now those who believe in Rome culture, not in Ram culture, can equate Dandavat Pranam to lying down. My only question and submission is, Anusha, you have said upshabd about Indian culture, about Indian institutions, about Indian judiciary, and look at this. This is not a first off or one off. In UK, you demanded intervention. You have said that surgical strike is a खून की दलाली. बालाकोट टेस्ट स्ट्राइक में चील कौवे मरे. चीन ने पिटाई कर दी सेना की. So in doing Modi virodh and BJP virodh, which is legitimate here or abroad, you do Bharat ka virodh. That is what we are saying, and this kind of hatred for India is what there is a problem about. There is no problem about hating Modi. You are hating Modi every day. Now the spokesperson will abuse Modi for 10-15 times. You can see in the next 10 minutes they will abuse. But that is not the problem. The problem is why undermine India when you have a India story that is being celebrated across the world.
That story, the Congress party argues, is largely a story that the BJP has created. And one more point I want to understand. One thing, Shehzad, one thing I want to understand from you. Where does one draw the line that this is a criticism of a particular government or institutions, and this is a criticism which is about the whole country? I mean, you rightly said that there is a right to criticize in this country. He has a right to go abroad and say what he wants to, and have a tone of dissent when he goes abroad. But where does one draw the line? Because misuse of institutions is something that the various opposition parties have argued. At the Supreme Court, they got no relief, but in the political domain, that issue is hot and alive.
Congress supports the action on Aam Aadmi Party. That party was also alive. I'll give you an example where one should draw the line. Rahul Gandhi, please hear him.
जो हमारे जवानों को अरुणाचल प्रदेश में पीट रहे हैं, जो हमारे जवानों को अरुणाचल प्रदेश में पीट रहे हैं.
Yeah, that statement is in the public domain. Yeah.
There's another instance. Rahul Gandhi questions United States silence. United States, which is not some person or some country that should be lecturing us on happenings in India. This same United States, which is seeing so much strife, will lecture us about what should happen in our country. Have you seen even people from Sri Lanka come to India and crib about Sri Lanka in the worst of situation? Have you seen people from Pakistan come to India and crib about Pakistan no matter what is happening in Pakistan? But here is a leader of a very big party goes abroad and spreads falsehood. What does he said? He has said that Sikhs are being unjustly treated. Jagdish Tytler is in Congress. He says tribals are being unjustly treated, Dalits are being unjustly treated like they were in 1980s. Whose government was it in 1980s?
Dr. Shama Mohd, please come in on this point. There are various statements that the BJP has raised, but the larger question is, which I asked to Shehzad as well, that it's one thing to criticize the government and it's another thing to say that democracy is dead in the country. Isn't that crossing a line? Dr. Shama Mohd, if you can hear me, ma'am.
So first and foremost, first thank God you stopped the monologue by Shehzad Poonawalla. He was going on a monologue. What we have to understand is he used the word Badnaam and India story. Who is doing this Badnaam to India right now? Only one person, Narendra Modi. What did he promise from the ramparts of the Red Fort? He said that everybody should take a pledge to protect our daughters. What is happening to India's daughters? 7 sportswomen, 2 of them gold medalists. One is an Olympic bronze medalist, the other one is a Commonwealth gold medalist, Asian Game gold medalist. Okay, they have been protesting for the last 5 months, and last 1 month they've been in Jantar Mantar for so long, but the Prime Minister refuses to say a word. The one who has caused the sexual harassment is still the president of the Wrestling Federation. Why is he not asked to be, why did he ask him to step down? He has not asked him to step down. He clearly says, Brij Bhushan Saran Singh said, if the Prime Minister of India will ask me to step down, I will step down. Why has he not asked him to step down is the thing. And I want to know why, when the one is a minor and there's a POSCO case on him, why is he not arrested? Otherwise, in any other case, they would be arrested. You know, why did it take Delhi police 7 days to file an FIR when the Supreme Court had to order to file the FIR? You know, the FIR was not filed instantly when they did. When these girls were walking from Jantar Mantar to the new parliament, they were stopped, they were beaten, they were arrested and put behind bars. And at that same moment, that sexual predator was sitting in the parliament. Why was he asked to come to parliament? That is, who has got shame to India?
The issue of restless protest. No, you're right. And I will take that response from the BJP on this issue as well.
I want to know, you're a woman. No, I want to know one thing. Wait, you're a woman. If these women who are our medalists, who are world famous, cannot get justice, can you get justice? Can a common woman out there get justice? And what is the message you're giving rapists? What is the message you're giving sexual predators? What is the message you're giving molesters? Go out and do it. We are not going to arrest you.
Ma'am, with due respect, you've made your point. You've made your point. You've made your point. You've made your point on the restless protest.
Who has made India badnaam is the Prime Minister of India. So you have no
You've made your point on the restless protest, ma'am. There are certain questions that the BJP asked you. There was a statement that was also played out of Rahul Gandhi. I'm sure you'd want to respond to that as well. Well, I will take those questions to him, but there's a question I asked you, and I'd like to hear a response from you as the national spokesperson of the Congress party, Dr. Shama Mohd.
Yeah. What is the response you need from me? I fail to understand, because Modi went and said in foreign countries that it was a shame to be born in India before 2014. It is an insult to be born in India before 2014. You know, it is. So who has insulted India? It is Narendra Modi. Who did not protect our soldiers? Narendra Modi. Their own party leader has said, Satya Malik said, they refused to airlift 42 Jawans during the Pulwama attack. So who is against India? Narendra Modi, not us. Why did he? Who said that nobody has entered into our land and no military post was taken? Narendra Modi, when China has entered and occupied our land, when 20 of our soldiers were martyred. So that is exactly what the Chinese were saying, that we did not enter India. We have not taken any of their land. That is what Narendra Modi has said. So how can you say who is then the Deshdrohi? Who is speaking against India is Narendra Modi. It's not Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi only speaks the truth.
Rahul Gandhi
bulldozers on Muslims, bulldozing Muslims' houses.
Well, ma'am, there was a reminder. Ma'am, you pointed out that Shehzad went on a monologue. I think nobody should go on a monologue. We should have a conversation here. Shehzad, do you want to come in on these points? There are various. Come on, you in fact said thank you for interrupting that monologue. I think you're contradicting yourself right now. Shehzad, come in, make your point.
My limited question, based on the statement I played out, was that you can hate Narendra Modi ji, you can hate the fact that we are establishing law and order in Uttar Pradesh, you can hate our government. But why would you say that Sena ki pitai hui? Surgical strike was announced by DGMO. They said Khoon ki dalali, they asked for proof. Balakot airstrike was announced by the armed forces and the air forces. Anusha, I did not interrupt anybody.
Dr. Shama Mohd, I will ask him about that issue. I will ask him, like I've asked you a question, I will ask him as well.
I am not
Ma'am, I gave you the courtesy of making your point. I'm going to extend similar courtesy to him, and I will raise that question that you've raised on the broadcast. Please bear with me. Shehzad, please go ahead.
On the issue of Balakot, who said Chil Kauve Mare when the Air Force had announced it? Who had raised questions on, now she quoted Satyapal Malik. The same Satyapal Malik, although how much credible he is, he has said that the Pulwama thing was done by Pakistan. There's no doubt about it, that the RDX came from there. Then the question is that why did Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary and Randeep Surjewala, somebody she knows very well, say that it is an internal hit job, inside job done by Indians? Why is it that on 370, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary got up in Parliament and said that this is not an